Warriors, Geist, it's time to get our shit together. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. Remember, what you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. Now, the reason why I say that every single time, because what gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. I want you to ask yourself a question. How did you react to the pullback yesterday? Well, we know in the Warrior Academy and being in crypto, because we see all the messages, hundreds of messages from all over the world asking that they should pull out. What's happening? Is this the end of the bull market? Are we going into a bear market? Remember, we got the same sentiment when this happened from November to about February. Now, I want you to think about this for just a moment, Warriors. This is all by design. I've been telling you, as you look this way at a pandemic, there's a whole nother narrative going on this way. And as you look this way in the crypto space, there's a whole nother narrative going on this way. Now, I'm going to take you on a journey of what I think is happening. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you exactly what I'm doing in the crypto space. And it's worked out very, very well for me because I stayed non-emotional. I want to take you back to December 22nd. So December 22nd, I had been talking about cryptocurrency on my YouTube channel for quite a bit. A lot of people were getting excited about Xrp just due to following what I was doing in my plan, not financial advice. And on December 22nd, all of a sudden my phone starts to explode. What are you doing? Why did you get me into Xrp? I'm getting out of Xrp. And I said, okay, that's fine. Completely non-emotional. I saw that Jay Clayton had launched an SEC lawsuit. And I kept telling people where this saying came out. I said, I'm like a tick on a dog. I ain't going nowhere. I'm holding. Well, now the very same people that backed out at very low prices are asking me if they should get back in at $1, $1.19, $1.30. And what I say to them is you need to make your own financial decisions. But if I was you and I was in your position, I would probably be buying some XRP right now for a couple reasons. Number one, it's completely pulled back like a bow and arrow. Number two is we have an SEC lawsuit that I told you guys on my TikTok earlier this week that I believe it's going to be settled by September 28th. Number three, it has not hit its all-time high. And number four, it has always last to go in the marketplace. But I want to take you on a journey today and what I believe is going to happen to most people in the crypto space. So there's two things that are going to happen. Number one is most people are going to get wrecked because they are so emotional and they don't understand the game. They don't understand that when it comes to monetary or when it comes to money, those who control the money, control the information, control the people, and they wait for the news to make their decisions. Now, what you have to do, Warriors, is you have to buy the rumors and sell the news, okay? So I'm going to take you on a journey right now, what I think is happening. I'm going to first start out by saying that we are so unbelievably early in the crypto space, okay? I do not believe that you will start to see full mass adoption until 2025. The reason why is I used to work in banking. The infrastructure that needs to change is massive, and it's going to take a while for companies to get on board. Also, you're seeing the big narrative around regulation. That's one of the biggest things out there is regulation. So we're not even close to getting to where we need to be in order to have it a full asset class that operates with the other currencies, okay? So there's a lot of things that still need to happen. Also, the NFT space. It's beautiful to see what's happening. It's beautiful to see people buying, $600,000 penguins and people making millions of dollars. The problem with that, Warriors, is, behind the scenes, they're saying, okay, what do we need to do to stop this? They don't want to see you get your money, Warriors. Okay, so I'm going to take you on a journey and I'm going to share with you at the end what people need to be doing. Okay, I want you to think about this for just a moment. So if you were going into the Super Bowl and you didn't practice, if you didn't come up with a game plan, do you think you would win the Super Bowl? Why do you think people make it to the Super Bowl? Because of practice, persistence, repeating the same things over and over and over again. But let's take a journey of what's actually happening in the crypto space, Warriors. Okay, so take a look. So this is interesting. This came out last night from Brian Armstrong. Now, what I want to take you on is a journey of what's happening with the SEC. So the SEC is backed into a corner right now. What is happening is it is being shown that they have no idea what they're doing with this. Okay, you got Bill Hinman, who has said that Ethereum is not a security, right? As now consults for a cryptocurrency fund. You got Jay Clayton, who literally declined a bunch of Bitcoin ETFs during his tenure in the SEC, leaves to go consult for a cryptocurrency company, is now spearhead of a Bitcoin ETF. Okay. We had Brian Brooks leave the OCC, the Operation of Currency Control, to leave the head of the Operation of Currency Control to go over to Binance. And now Binance shit is hitting the fan with Binance right now. So he already backs out of Binance, right? So all the players in the game are moving around into the crypto space. We had the head MIT professor, Gary Glinser, who leaves the head professor for cryptocurrency at MIT to become the head of your SEC. And they realize they have no clue what's going on. So they throw out this SEC lawsuit, and now they're backed into a corner. They're wanting the SEC to release their documents, whether their employees are invested in XRP. They are denying to release those documents. So we know that right there is going to cause an SEC settlement, right? They're going to settle before the 28th, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. I'm not going to share with you why I think that or deeper knowledge of that. I just know that I said that on my TikTok. I have verbalized this stuff. I'm not afraid to say this stuff. And if it doesn't happen, it's still going to go through the roof, Warriors. Okay, but what's happening right now is critical for the SEC and critical for the crypto space, because they realize that they're losing control of the financial system. Okay. And if they lose control of the financial system and we lose confidence in the US dollar, it will collapse. And so they're walking this delicate tightrope, trying to figure out how not to let the common people get very rich. And that's the part that I want to talk about right now. So listen to me. There's never been a time like this in history where the common everyday person has the ball in their court. Right now, we have the ball in our court. On the other hand, if you think about the stock market, I want you to think about this for just a moment. We're going to reverse this to the stock market. If there's anything you listen to, you have to listen to this right now, because this is the key factor of why it's so important to have exposure to the cryptocurrency world right now. Not not mortgaging your house, investing what you can afford to lose, but listen to me. If you're in the stock market or you're in the regular ecosystem of our financial system, let's take crypto out of it, okay? If you want to get into an early investment, you have to be an accredited investor. So it depends on what they do for accredited. Sometimes it's $250,000 assets, somewhere up to $1 million. So we've been through some accredited investor type stuff. We bought into an early company recently, early IPO. But think about that. We got access to something early before you did, before the common everyday person had access to this company. So what does that mean, Warriors? When it hits the stock exchange or hits the news, there's people who have already packed their bags that have way more money than you. So what happens when it IPOs? It skyrockets. You're buying the news. And guess what people do? We pull profits, we dump the market, and then we buy back in. So the common everyday person in the normal financial system or normal investment system, if you're this person on Robinhood trying to make some money, unless you're a day trader or you go through some specialized course that's going to make you rich, there is no get rich quick. That was being sarcastic. Warriors, it's rigged against you. But for once, this is why the SEC is backed against a corner. For once, the common everyday person like us is in the driver's seat. We're getting into early ICOs. You're buying cryptocurrencies under a penny. You're buying cryptocurrencies. You're buying one of the best digital assets at $1.19, $1.30, maybe $1.50. I mean, it's still a great price if you think about this, Warriors. This is like being an accredited investor for once in your life. And if you do it correctly, you may be an accredited investor. That's why it's so volatile, Warriors. That's why you're seeing these massive swings. I wanted to explain that to you in a different aspect so you can look at it from a different perspective. But here's the other side of that before I go into the news here. Here's the other side of that. That's going to cause massive volatility because of all this FUD news coming out. And the same thing is happening on this side, but we can be involved in it, but we have to make the same decisions they're doing. You don't listen to what the billionaires say, you do what they do. So yesterday was a planned pullback. I did my video on the Shemitah at September 7th. Thank you to Water Above Crypto for bringing that to my attention. I talked about it early before the market collapsed. Boom, right after I talked about it, the market collapsed, right? So now this creates a great buying opportunity. And a lot of you guys are still sitting on your hands saying, I'm waiting for it to go lower. I'm waiting for it. Warriors, you're never going to catch the bottom. You're never going to catch the top, okay? So there's never been a time like this, and there'll never be a time like this in our history for you to be like an accredited investor. So be smart with your money. Make sure you're in fundamental cryptocurrencies. At the end, I'm going to share with you what an exit strategy actually looks like that's in our Warrior Academy. Okay, so check this out. So Brian Armstrong, this is last night, 8 hours ago. Some really sketchy behavior coming out from the SEC recently. Story time. Millions of crypto holders have been earning yield on their assets over the past few years. It makes sense. If you want to lend out your funds, you can earn a return. Everyone seems happy. A bunch of great companies in the crypto space have been offering versions of this for years. Coinbase came out recently and said we're going to launch our very own version. We're planning to go live in a few weeks, so we reached out to the SEC to give them a friendly heads up. Now, remember, Coinbase is IPO'd, guys. They're on the stock exchange. They responded by telling us this lend feature is a security. Okay, seems strange, but now we need to pause for a moment. Whereas this is the type of shit you got to get prepared for. Okay, I have a DeFi loan with Nexo, right? This is the type of shit you got to get prepared for. This is why you have to have an exit plan, because the rug is going to get pulled at some point. We are going to see a big pullback after this bull market, Warriors, because of stuff like this. Until we get full clarity, you're going to see but that means we're going to see massive price appreciation. So when it starts going skyrocketing straight up, guess what? All the smart money is going to pull their money because they know this shit is coming, Warriors. Regulation is coming thick in the next 5 years. So we asked the SEC to help us understand and share their view. We always make an effort to work proactively with regulators and keep an open mind. They refuse to tell us why they think it's a security and instead subpoena a bunch of records from us. We comply. Demand testimony from our employees. We comply. And then tell us they will be suing us if we proceed to launch with zero explanation as of why. So that gives you a hint, the fact that they're going to be going after DeFi. And Gary Gensler, I think it was a week ago, in an article said they're going to be going after DeFi. So think about this, Warriors. Brian Armstrong goes to the SEC. This tells you that the SEC does not have their shit together. They are backed into a corner. They're trying to figure out how to supposedly protect the investors. This is why the SEC lawsuit with Ripple was designed to create a Howey test, Warriors. They don't know how to regulate cryptocurrency. And so they picked, at that time, the third largest digital asset, XRP, to sue, to create regulation, to create a new Howey test so they could figure out how to regulate this. Because I don't think they thought this was going to take off this fast. I really don't think. I think the C word pushed us into this pandemic, and I think it moved really rapidly and quickly. And then all these corporations started going into Bitcoin, and I think the train took off from them. And so now they're trying to stop the train. You know, you picture like someone in front of the train that, and this train is sliding down the tracks towards a cliff. And they're like, man, we need to start going hard. And so what happens when somebody's backed in the corner and somebody's guilty? They start swinging. They start throwing haymakers. They get sloppy. That's just how it happens, Warriors. And what happens is they're going to get caught. So what they're going to do is by the 28th, they're going to settle the XRP lawsuit. And when they settle the XRP lawsuit, XRP is going to shoot through the roof. Then they're going to lose absolute control of the crypto space. The elites are going to collapse the crypto space, right? And then they're going to buy the dip and they're going to work to regulate in the next 5 years. That is my opinion. That is my opinion. Okay. So now let's talk about, so this is, go check this out. This is wild. So he goes to the SEC and they tell him, nope, if you do it, if you launch so what does that tell you they're going to do to the other DeFi? So get ready, Warriors, get ready. Okay. So this was yesterday. What happened? All of a sudden, should meet the hits on the 7th, right? Should meet the hits. You also have El Salvador was launching their Bitcoin, right? It was really interesting. So think about this for just a moment, Warriors. Think about this for just a moment. Okay, so nearly 240 billion wiped out from the crypto market. Exchanges see outages as El Salvador adopts Bitcoin as legal tender. So that's the narrative, right? All of a sudden, market starts to collapse. El Salvador launches their legal tender Bitcoin, and all the exchanges ironically shut down. You can't pull, right? People can't pull to buy in lower or whatever. You know, you couldn't sell your crypto. So people are panicking. All exchanges started to shut down. It was planned, Warriors. All of this was planned. Bitcoin surges or plunges after El Salvador rolls out nationwide acceptance, CBC after hours. This was all over the news, Warriors. Okay, so they're blaming it on El Salvador, right? But check this out. El Salvador's president said on Twitter that the nation bought the dip in Bitcoin as cryptocurrency plunged. He's like, we bought the dip, baby. We collapsed the market, but we bought the dip. So when they collapse the market, all the exchanges shut down. They're buying up your fear wars. Literally, El Salvador bought up your fear. Now, the IMF does not like El Salvador, supposedly within the narrative, right? Because the IMF is working to work with CBDCs, right? Central bank digital currency. So there's this narrative going back and forth in between Bitcoin and the CBDCs wars. It's basically because they don't have their shit together, trying to figure this out behind the scenes, how this is going to work. And they're trying to figure out how it's going to work so that you can't win. That's what's happening right now, Warriors. They're keeping you confused. So what does the narcissist do? They create a problem, they get a reaction, okay, and then they come up with the solution. That's why the sheeple are so controlled, Warriors. This is what's happening. So let's go into here right here. And then ironically, the Republic of Panama introduces a bill for regulating crypto at the same time. I mean, think about that. Amid the Bitcoin becoming a legal tender in El Salvador, another country in Central America is progressing on its way to enable freedom to use cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. On Monday, the Republic of Panama introduced a bill on regulating cryptocurrencies, aiming to make the country compatible with blockchain crypto assets. Warriors, it's here. Okay, so it's here. We know that. Now, here's what's going to happen. I'm just going to put this out there. And this is not financial advice. Don't do your portfolios based on this. I'm not a technical analysis person. I have a technical analysis team. But many technical analysis people have told me over and over again that when we were in the bull market just recently, right, they're like, oh, this is it. It's going to collapse. And I said, no, it's not. It's going to have a pullback. And then we're going to do the same market cycle. September 28th, it's going to go up. Around October, we're all going to get richer than we've ever been in our lives. But here's the problem with this, Words. Here's the problem with this. So many people are going to see massive price appreciation, but they're going to have zero game plan. You're going to see more money than you've ever seen in your life. And what's going to happen is you're going to get greedy. You're going to say, I can get 10% more profits. I can get 20% more profits. But like what happened yesterday, when you're trying to get out of the market, the exchanges are going to shut down. That's a fact, Warriors. When you start to see parabolic moves, exchanges are going to shut down. So when somebody has a game plan, they're going to be way more likely to succeed in the crypto space. That's why in our Warrior Academy, we hone in all the time on our exit strategy. What you see in front of you is an example of the exit strategy that you get in the Warrior Academy, along with cryptocurrency calls 3 times a week. We have a deep dive call with me on Thursday going down the rabbit hole. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking deep around staking. We have a Discord. We have, everything. We have technical analysis calls. We have leadership calls. And most of all, take away crypto. We teach you how to get your shit together. We have a 120-day challenge, subconscious mind programming, goal setting, vision board creation, workout, nutrition. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it on the planet. Cryptocurrency, nutrition, subconscious mind programming, goal setting, everything wrapped into one to make you successful, to help you be successful. Okay. Now, this is an example of an exits target. I want to show you some stuff here. So you're going to see some yellow marks here. Okay. So you can put your tax bracket in there, right? And it's all, you fill this out. We have a video that shows you how to fill it out. And thank you to our research team. So many people have contributed to this. This is our family building this together. Okay, so I have a 50% exit strategy. I'm exiting 50% of my portfolio, even my XRP. That's what I am doing, okay? If it hits certain targets, though. Very, very clear. And people are like, why would you exit? I have a lot of XRP, but why would you exit? Because I have a game plan outside of just crypto. Okay. And I'm going to continue to grow and share with the Warriors as I grow within the next year and what I'm doing. I'm sharing everything that I'm doing with the Warriors. Okay. I'm going into LBOs, leverage buyouts. I'm also hedging against the collapse of the US dollar. So as I pull 50%, I'm going to be buying a wealth preservation assets. You know, like you can buy vehicles, you can buy art. There's certain vehicles that are wealth preservation. You can buy art, you can buy silver, you can buy gold. And then I'm going to be buying companies as well. I'll be doing leverage buyouts. I'll be usually using the bank's money to buy these buyouts, but I'm doing stuff with my money. I'm also going to put a large portion on the sidelines to buy the massive collapse that's going to come in crypto space. Okay. So let me give you an example. So this 50% to sell, right? Then you'll see your selling points. Okay. Then you're going to see your percentage of the coins sold. So what you're doing is you're putting your selling points as it goes up. So your dollar cost averaging out of the market as it goes up. Let me give you an example. Let's say that XRP was on here, right? And your first selling point was $7, okay? And your second point was
$15, and your next one was 20, and then you put 589 on there just for fun, right? So you have 4 exit targets. I'm just making up numbers here. So say it swings up to 7, right? So you say $7, I'm going to sell 10% of the 50% of my exit. And so what this chart does is it shows you exactly how many coins to sell. And what happens is you get a little exit cheat sheet, right? So you have your exit cheat sheet right here that I hold with me. And you'll see all of a sudden when you see it going parabolic, my team actually texts me every morning to check the market, to check my exit strategy. So I look at my exit strategy and I look, boom, if it hits something, I come here very disciplined. I don't give a shit what technical analysis says. I don't give a shit what my mom says. I don't give a shit what anybody says. If it hits my target, I exit. And so I pull that, put it onto the sidelines, and I either put it into fiat to buy silver or I put it into DAI, DAI to stake. Okay. I stake it for residual income, passive income. Okay. And then I just sit. And if I want to accumulate more crypto, I can. Okay. And then so what happens is if it goes to, say it goes to 15, I go to 15, boom, it hits 15. I'm going to sell 20% at that point, right? So now I'm at 30% of the 50% of my portfolio, and I get those coins and I sell them. What this is doing is it's helping you exit the market on the way up, because what's going to happen is you're going to come flying up the top, and exchanges are going to get stuck. You can't get your crypto out. All of a sudden, they're going to have these outages, planned outages, and too much volume and all this stuff. And you're going to come sliding down the back end because you're going to be wanting to catch the product. You're like, I'm going to get a little bit more. I'm going to get a little bit more, and you're going to get stuck sliding down the back end. What this does is it helps you dollar cost average out of the market, and you pull some on the sidelines. Now, remember, too, you can just be a set it and forget it type investor. There's some warriors that I know personally that are doing this. They're literally investing, and they're like, I'm just investing. I don't care if it goes up. I don't care if it goes down. They're dollar cost averaging every single week. Like, for example, every Friday, they buy more, XRP, whatever, Ethereum. Like, for example, every single week, I buy more CRO, VeChain. I kind of backed off ADA a little bit when it went up, and Ethereum. Those are the 3 that I keep buying every single Friday. All my other bags are packed, and I'm also doing some other moves outside of cryptocurrency. Okay, so I just wanted to share this with you guys, and I wanted to get really low tone and serious with you. Like, this is the time, warriors. There's never been a time like this for you to act like an accredited investor, to be early in the space. And there'll never be a time like this again. Now, the cool thing about it is by being early in the space, through this action, you may become an accredited investor, and you can play the same game that we're playing. You can play that game, warriors. You can get into IPOs in the stock market before they go live. Because when you see it on the news, warriors, it's too late. Why do you think Kim Kardashian's pump and dumps now? Why do you think Logan Paul's pump and dumps now? Why do you think all these athletes are getting into cryptocurrency? Stephen Curry just signed a deal with a cryptocurrency platform. Warriors, it is here. The freight train has left the building, as Rosie Rios says, warriors. So I just want to share with you guys, it's going to be volatile for the next couple weeks until about September 28th. We're going to see it go up. So if I was advising myself, would I be buying cryptocurrency right now if I didn't have a lot? Yep, I would be purchasing cryptocurrency. Would I buy XRP at this price point if I didn't buy it at 27 cents dollar cost average throughout my lifetime with XRP? Yep, I'd be buying it at this point. Absolutely, I'd be buying it at this point. I'm talking to myself, not a financial advisor. So just want to share that with you, warriors. If you want access to this exit strategy, my 120-day challenge, click the description in this YouTube video. You're going to see the Warrior Academy, okay? You're also going to see a free Facebook group. You're going to see a free Discord group, and my only Instagram page. I do not have other Instagram pages. There's so many scammers out there, warriors. Yeah, that's all I got for you, warriors. Make sure you follow me on Instagram as well. I think that's all I got for you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you. As we always say, warriors, rise, get your shit together. Let's go.